Thanks to War Thunder for sponsoring this video.
Boom.
With incredible range and damage output, they're some of the strongest units in the entire game, as long as you have infantry to defend them. The issue with this challenge is that almost all of the artillery units in the game are extremely slow and incredibly weak in melee. This challenge is hard. Thankfully, Elspeth von Draken is a new Empire Lord with access to a few unique mechanics that might actually make this possible. Our journey begins in Nuln, just south of the Emperor. Thankfully, I have a really great starting shit. I will be keeping this engineer because he directly buffs the artillery, but that still leaves us with 4 total units, and we really need to kill these formerly deceased individuals. I set up my Hellstorm rocket batteries and great cannons on this hill, targeted their most valuable units, had Elspeth use Shadow Clone Jutsu to hold the enemy back, and have my hero flank them and shoot these gigantic Tren-fueled zombies, then run in the opposite direction. This would have worked perfectly if the artillery hit more than 20% of their shots. The Hellstorm rocket batteries in particular are good at only one thing: turning gigantic, stationary clumps of infantry into gigantic, stationary piles of corpses. This means that without any infantry to hold the line, they can't even kill a single unit of skeleton warriors before they themselves turn into the next unit of skeleton warriors. Not on the first try. I set up my artillery on the edge of the map, and it seems like they're much more accurate on completely flat terrain. I'm also trying to have my hero distract as many units as possible rather than just the good units, because even basic unbuffed zombies can demolish my artillery. Did I win this battle? No. But I lost it well enough that I might have a chance to kill them now. My hero bravely volunteered to be chewed on by the crypt horrors and shot with our own cannons, which proved effective enough to win us this battle. That was so incredibly fucking close. This kind old man, who certainly doesn't weaponize kamikaze pigeons, pigeon bomb? What? Reduces the construction time and cost for the only recruitment buildings that we can actually use. I grabbed him immediately, allowing me to recruit mortars by turn 2 rather than turn 3, which would be great, if mortars were great. You know how the Hellstorm rocket batteries are inaccurate? Imagine if they also did way less damage. Actually, never mind, I just increased their blast radius by 25%. The Imperial Gunnery School is the cutting edge of firearms innovation, concocting brilliant solutions such as make bigger bombs and fire more rockets. As long as we maintain the Adderall supply lines to our engineers, we should become very, very overpowered by the end of this campaign. For now, though, shit is rough. Oh, why are you doing that? Okay, so we're just gonna take this now. You guys just chill here. And by chill, I mean shoot them, please, and kill them. I think they just simply die before they get to us here. Even though we can't really move or fight back in melee or do anything other than just shoot artillery shells at them, they did die there, and we did not. Granted, our army costs about 3 times as much as theirs did, so that's not really impressive. And then you are going to be on handgunner recruiting duty. Recruiting handgunners does break the challenge, but I have to level up the Imperial Gunnery School, so I'll disband them as soon as possible. Disgusting handgunner's gone, and that is still in place. Okay, beautiful. I take this, and then they probably attack me rather than taking this. If they take this behind me, that is cringe and extremely annoying. Crushing defeat auto-resolve. As you've probably realized, the biggest problem with this entire campaign is when my enemies decide to walk forward. My only counterplay to this innovative strategy is to throw a large quantity of explosives at them and hope that they die before they reach me. But what if the enemy simply sat there and let me shoot them? Walled siege battles are usually a gigantic pain in the ass, but not here. If go up, then come down. Mortars weaponize this sophisticated concept by shooting bombs into the air to land somewhere and kill someone, usually your own units. Instead of worrying about climbing the walls or breaking down the gate, I simply had my 32 mortars shoot directly over the walls. So these guys are heavily armored, but I don't think that matters when we can do that to them. Granted, we did miss 80% of that volley, but when we actually hit one of those, they will die. Please hit one. Okay. That's... Alright, that's cool. Yeah. Okay. Oop. Fell bats. That's a problem. I have absolutely no way to deal with the Felbats. I have none. So you're just going to kind of move back here and maybe shoot them if possible. But the better move would be to just end this overall battle before they get to... Never mind. The Felbats are very stupid. They're not going for the artillery that they can kill. They're going for Elspeth, who they can't kill. That makes sense. Yep, they ain't flying anymore. Okay, instead of attacking this or attacking this, you did nothing. Add time. Have you ever conducted an exhaustive cost-benefit analysis on flying a fighter jet directly into the port bow of an enemy aircraft carrier? If you haven't, then you definitely should. War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made, where you can test million-dollar war machines in ways that would make their engineers very disappointed. With War Thunder's sophisticated vehicle damage model and X-ray damage view, you can see precisely how and why there was a big boom. If you're not into the whole extremely detailed vehicle combat thing though, there are 3 separate game modes: Arcade, Realistic, and Simulator. Not only can you experience the glory of War Thunder right now on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC for free using my link in the description, but if you haven't played in the last 6 months, you can get a massive bonus pack with premium vehicles, 100,000 Silver Lions, and 7 free days of premium account status. Also, artillery. So basically I have a lot of bad options and no good ones. The Gardens of Moor might be the option here. It's certainly not a good option, but at least I can do something. Ideally I want to take this next turn and then hopefully this. Now, they will have an army, but if that army's in this settlement behind the walls, I think I have a much better chance against them than I would in a field battle. Ooh! And I can recruit more mortars here. That is very cool. 4 per turn, actually. I have better recruitment here than I do in my actual territory. That's kind of crazy. Oop, hold up. Actually, we got a little bit of a problem here, and by a little bit of a problem, I mean this army will absolutely 100% massacre me in an open field battle. So for now, we just gotta fight this. That is a very significant number of mortars. Wow. They might not be hitting all the time, and they might not do much damage when they do hit. But there's enough of them that I don't think it matters. At least not to these guys. They can't reach me here, so I should be completely fine. And then more mortars. Why not? I don't have a non-aggression pact with these guys. It might actually be the best option for me to just attack this. All I need to do is make them group up somewhere and then shoot that somewhere. Elspeth is now going to walk in here, use Shadow Clone Jutsu, and just get absolutely destroyed by our own mortars. The advantage of this is that it blobs them up so that we can actually hit them, which, so far, we have not done very much of. We'll see how effective this is. I'll give that a good 5 stars. That is extraordinarily, disgustingly effective. They are now no longer recognizably sentient creatures, because they're corpses. They're literally just corpses. So, it took me a second to realize, but did you see these shots here? Those weren't coming from us. Those were coming from their mortars. The shots are going all the way up here. Crazy. Big ass arcs. And then, where are they landing? They are landing squarely on their own fucking units. And now, because we lead our shots so much, they were missing. But as soon as they start hitting, oh, they're hitting now. Yep, that health bar is going down. That health bar is gone. Oh, wow. Okay, good to know. I don't need to be worried about armored things. The only things I need to be worried about with these mortars are things that are physically killing the mortars in melee combat. We got 350 schematics from that. That is so many more than I've ever gotten before, and I have no idea why. God damn, we can get even more. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to raise the settlement. The downsides of that are plentiful. Don't get me wrong. These guys can now kill me, or at least they could if I didn't get this upgrade, followed by this one. Snipe and stalk for all the mortars. Now, snipe means that those units can shoot the enemy without the enemy immediately realizing where they're being shot from. I don't think I need to explain why that's ridiculously fucking overpowered for the mortars in particular. He attacks that predictably. This is probably the worst possible army comp for me to fight here. The mortars aren't incredible, but the stalk and snipe allows them to be at least somewhat viable. There's just one problem. It doesn't work. At least not all the time. There's a long-standing bug where the enemy AI occasionally forgets that units are hidden. I am far too dumb to understand exactly why this happens or how to fix it, so these next few battles were won through good strategy. Plus an ungodly amount of saves coming to work around this shit. This was seriously just the worst thing I've ever done in any game. It fucking sucked. Back to the actual video though, when the enemy didn't track my hidden units down like fucking bloodhounds, I used my lord and hero to distract them by leading them on a wild goose chase back and forth across the entire map as the mortars absolutely blasted them. As you would probably expect, the massive explosions from the mortars deal a ton of AoE damage, so only elite infantry can survive more than a single volley, as long as it hits. But imagine taking a normal cannon, pointing it nearly straight upwards, and firing vaguely in the direction of the enemy. That's about how effective the mortars are against lords, or any other single entity. That isn't to say that they can't kill them, however, it just takes a while. And also way too much ammo. It took about a quarter of my entire army's ammo just to kill Festus here. Despite my questionable ammo conservation, this might be overkill. This might be overkill for the nerdlings. I'm actually, yeah, I'm gonna stop the second volley there. Yep. Yep. That did it. They're gone now. I did manage to lose this battle. But the main thing that we lost was ammo, while the main thing that they lost was their lives. So perhaps we take this in a second battle? Crushing defeat auto-resolve, very promising. Gotta love those. I won this battle without any serious issues, but this next one sucked. Hidden, 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 hidden. Not hidden. Not hidden. What direction is he facing right now? Because it seems to me like he's facing the hidden units. Who are hidden, who he can't see, who are not visible to him, who have never been visible to him. So why is he looking here? Why is he looking at the units that he can't motherfucking see? CA? Why is he doing that? Why? Oh, I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm. I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm. I'm not gonna tell y'all how many attempts that took, but I'm going to bed now.
The next day.
Now all I need to do is attack these guys and use their walls to protect me. Oh dear, they do have some single entities. Several single entities, as well as some trolls. And dragon ogres. Hopefully they just sit behind the walls and do nothing as I shoot them. Find an effective target. Make it non-existent. Repeat. That's the entire strategy. Yeah, that unit's entirely gone. Oh my god. Come on, just keep standing there, trolls. No reason to move or dodge that. No reason whatsoever. Just keep standing there and getting shot in the face. These guys are just vibing. They're just looking at this beautiful wall. This entire unit of Chaos Warriors. How much damage will the Hellstorm rocket batteries do compared to the mortars? I mean, obviously we have a shit ton of mortars and one unit of rocket batteries, but still. Actually, yeah, the one unit of rocket batteries does about the same damage per volley as all of the mortars combined. The mortars are just so mediocre. They're really not good. We have a lot of gold now, and these guys are destroyed. That is part of our short victory condition, which is very, very nice. Now, despite the fact that my army is objectively terrible, I do need to do something here. Fortunately, to my west there's a settlement of rabid cows that appears completely undefended, so I attacked it. Thankfully, the brave and righteous Emperor Karl Franz decided to reinforce me. What a nice army here. It would be quite a shame if something were to happen to it. You see, I'm not actually targeting them. That would be fucked up. That would be so bad if I targeted my ally. I mean, that would be terrible. What I'm doing is I'm targeting the ground that they're standing on. You might think that I have some sort of diabolical, well-thought-out reason for doing this, but I don't. It's just fun. I might be able to capitalize on this later, because their army's going to be a hell of a lot weaker, but I'm honestly not sure, and I don't really care. I just want to blow shit up. And they are looking very explodable here. Like, extremely explodable. But yeah, these fucking cowards weren't fighting them, so may as well still die. You know, it's all they're good for. If they're not going to die to the enemy, then they'll die to me. Experimental explosive. What does it do? Well, I can't even tell because they were already fucking dead. It appears that Franz's army took a little bit of damage there, but overall, we're fine, which is all that matters. I then processed the thick layer of manure covering every nearby city into additional explosives, attacked these goblins, and accidentally killed even more of Franz's army, and confederated Starlit for 4 good settlements. The zombies, who have more or less been chilling on our front lawn for the entire campaign, finally attacked me, and my garrison had the most beautiful thing that I have ever seen. Normal fucking infantry. We hold the line. And by that I mean that we use the mangled corpses of our melee units to marginally slow down the enemy as we rain absolute hell down onto them. By turn 23, I finally managed to build a foundry and upgrade the Imperial Gunnery School to Tier 2, which gives me a bunch of new options. The Amethyst Armory tab lets you recruit some extremely expensive and limited units that seem dubiously worthwhile, as well as similarly expensive, single-use artillery strikes. Now, once the Gunnery School hits Tier 3, we can get some Hellstorm rocket batteries, but getting to Tier 3 requires me to both recruit non-artillery units and actually use them. So, that's not happening. What I can do, however, is both recruit cannons and upgrade them dramatically. I had my second army start recruiting as many cannons as possible, then built another Garden of Moor near Sylvania and teleported Elspeth there immediately. That's all looking great. What isn't looking great, however, is the Changeling sacking pretty much every settlement in the middle of my territory and establishing trickster cults in them. Is that a problem? Yes. But do I need to address it immediately? Not really. The downsides of having trickster cults in my settlements really aren't that bad, so I just don't care. Taking Castle Drakenhof proved surprisingly easy. Their army just left the settlement and I was able to capture it with literally 0 losses. There's not a single thing they could do, other than attack the moot, which would be cringe and annoying, that would even bother me. I think you can guess what the AI did. This is genuinely the best idea I've got. Oh. That absolutely fucking sucks. That's genuinely impressive. That is the worst thing I've ever seen in this game. So this situation, where it's basically 3 armies versus 1 army, is very bad, and I didn't really know what to do, but I think I figured it out. We build another Gardens of Moor right here immediately. Then as soon as possible, we build this building for the global recruitment duration reduction, and start recruiting a shit ton of cannons over here. That, once again, is the most annoying thing you could have possibly done. Literally 10 units in 1 turn will be getting there. Our income's great, don't get me wrong, our income is awesome. But we also have literally 3 gold, which is not awesome. While I was recruiting the cannons, Vlad von Karstein attacked me with 2 full good armies. This could have been game over, but Elspeth recently visited the local animal shelter to adopt a 30-ton black dragon capable of firing a gigantic laser beam of death out of its mouth. This, alongside Spirit Leech and literally just biting chunks out of the enemy, proved highly effective, and for some reason the AI decided to rush its flying units at Elspeth one at a time, while the rest of their army was just sat there watching. The vampires getting massacred by Elspeth show eventually got boring, at which point they charged my army all at once. The infantry did not help here, at all. Vlad and his few remaining heroes pretty much instantly fucked up the leadership of my garrison to the point that the fight would have gone no differently if I didn't have them at all. The mortars did a little damage, but they still suck, so they only killed a few units. Still, although we lost this battle, we only lost a single unit of mortars while they lost most of their good units. The army that reinforced Vlad then got attacked by my dwarven allies, allowing me to wipe them out immediately. Vlad himself was a bit tougher, but at this point the mortars in Elspeth's army hit rank 7, giving them more absolutely insane buffs. Elspeth is also just insanely strong herself, so killing Vlad and Isabella was light work for her. Goblins and other goblins, it is with great pleasure that I inform you, it's cannon time. My second army recruited some cannons back in Nuln, and finally made their way to Sylvania, where I immediately attacked Vlad's third army. Now the cannons are pretty great. You have them target something big and strong, and then it dies. The 60% speed debuff applies for 10 full seconds, making their targets really easy to shoot. The only problem is that I have 9 cannons, and they have a lot more than 9 units. Okay, they are getting a little close here. Please kill that lord. How is he not dead? Yeah, they're really all moving around my heroes more effectively than I thought they could. I killed their strongest units, only to get rolled by worthless zombies. 2 units dead. That's fine. That's acceptable. Due to their lack of armies, strong garrisons, or literally any other way to kill us, I was able to take most of Vlad's settlements extremely fast. Of all the auto-resolves I've ever seen, how? I don't need to touch my keyboard or mouse to win this battle. I just need to click the start battle button. I literally clicked start battle. I didn't move a single one of my units, even a single meter. And we should win this with 0 casualties. Oh, maybe one single casualty when the bats got to us there. Nope, literally 0. Literally 0 casualties. That's just a crazy auto-resolve. I don't know what fucking math it's doing to come up with that result, but it's definitely wrong. Vlad pulled a whole new army out of his ass, but I just stomped his dead body into the ground again. With Sylvania destroyed, I set my sights on 2 other issues that need to be resolved. The first being that Ostland refused to give me all of their territory, so I took it. The second issue is more significant though. Throt the Unclean exists. As every good citizen of the Empire knows, Skaven simply don't exist, but fortunately I was able to delay my lobotomy until after I defeat this figment of my imagination. Throt the Unclean is very fast, but the cannonballs are faster. The cannons completely sniped all of their single entities pretty much instantly, while the mortars... yeah. This works. Overall, this works. I just realized now that we get more schematics for doing this. I did not realize that at any point before now. At this point, for the first time in the campaign, I feel like I have an actually viable army, although it is entirely reliant on gigantic buffs. Somehow, through all the pain and suffering, I managed to complete the short victory for this campaign on turn 35. I might find some way to revisit this challenge in the future, but for now, I just really want to get started on my next few projects that I'm super excited about. Speaking of big projects that I'm excited about, thanks to War Thunder for supporting the channel and giving me the freedom to build up a team to help me make more and better videos in the future. Don't forget to check out War Thunder right now for free on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox using my link in the pinned comment. As always, thanks for watching, peace out.